Hey, yo, what up? Welcome back. This is not a podcast. It's just my thoughts with Rob Markman. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting the channel, whether you watch, or, whether you leave a comment, you like, you subscribe. I appreciate it all. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Just hit that little button right there. It helps a lot. And, I appreciate all y'all. I just love the community that we're building around here. I think it's overall positive. Again, even when we disagree on things in the comment, man, a lot of it is just positive, healthy discussion. So thank y'all. Lil Wayne's Carter 6 came out on Friday, man. We talked about it, man. Did a video, talking about just the Carter 6, what we felt about it. And so that was Friday. And then on Wednesday or Tuesday night, depending on your time zone, Tuesday at midnight going into Wednesday, Wayne dropped a remix to Banned from N.O., which was a song off of the Carter 6. Remix featured Nicki Minaj. It's on Wayne's YouTube. I'll put the link in the description. The record samples Nori's, N-O-R-E. Before he was doing Drink Champs, before he was a podcaster, he was a rapper. Samples Nori's classic Banned from TV. I think that was from 1998, if I'm not mistaken. The original was produced by Swizz Beatz, featured Nori, the late Big Pun, featured Cameron, Jadakiss and Styles, shared a verse going back and forth, and then Nature as well. Classic joint. The Wayne version uses the original beat from Banned from TV as the basis for his beat, but it adds like a little New Orleans bounce to it. And for me, it was one of the better songs on Carter 6, which is really getting a lot of criticism since it's released. I do think that the album leaves a lot to be desired. Did expect better from Wayne. There's a few moments on there that were like really good moments and other moments that could have been better. Basically, my whole synopsis of the thing, watch the video, but my whole synopsis was that Wayne is Wayne. And the album could have benefited from better production and more focus, maybe an executive producer to rein everything in. And it was a bit all over. It was a lot all over the place, a bit all over the place to selling it. But anyway, Carter 6. But one of the better songs was Banned from N.O., which was based off of Banned from TV. So now we have the Nicki Minaj remix. She's throwing some shots on there. Light shots. I don't think it's super scathing. I mean, people gonna take it how they want to take it. It's not like, like we seen super scathing a year ago. We seen how bad this get. These are light jabs. And if you're following Nicki's stance after the NFL and Roc Nation chose Kendrick Lamar to perform at this year's Super Bowl, then you're not surprised at any of these lyrics. These lyrics are aimed at Roc Nation, Jay-Z. So that's the headline. You know what I'm saying? But the actual verse is pretty much what we expect from Nicki. I'll go through it a little bit later. But, it's a little bit of melody. Starts off melodic, a lot of bragging, these kind of zany punchlines, the real kind of slapstick comedy. You could tell she's having fun. I imagine Nicki cracking herself up in the studio, coming up with some of these lines, recording some of these lines. Whoever else in the studio with her sounds like they're having a good time and just be joke. But the verse goes on, and we're gonna go through the lyrics in a second, but it ends with the line, French vanilla hazelnut in my Starbucks, NFL fire some and then call us, fire some and then call us. So we all know that the NFL partner with Roc Nation and Jay-Z, so it's pretty, doesn't leave a whole lot to the imagination. She didn't call out Jay by name or Roc Nation by name, but pretty apparent who she's talking about. NFL partner with Roc Nation and Jay-Z, and his team has helped to choose the Super Bowl halftime performance, each year over the past few years. This past Super Bowl, of course, Kendrick Lamar was chosen to perform in New Orleans, much to the dismay of Lil Wayne and Lil Wayne's fans and friends and supporters who felt Wayne deserved the shot to perform in his hometown. So Nicki went off on Twitter back in September, sending shots at Jay and Roc Nation. Some of y'all may remember this tweet. One took a knee, the other took the bag. He gonna get you in line every fucking time. She was going for it. Of course, in reference to Colin Kaepernick and the deal that Roc Nation and Jay struck with the NFL. To me, it was a mix of Nicki's support for Wayne, which she's always been vocal about. Yes, Wayne is a legend, but also feels like don't even feel like it. Like the temperature out there is that Nicki's been at odds with Roc Nation for some time. Definitely her back and forth with Megan Thee Stallion fuels that as well. But Nicki had tweeted this as well at the time. I'll read some of this, but God forbid if Wayne was to leave this earth right now, super God forbid, the culture will be in mourning. That's why so many people keep saying to give our legends their flowers while they are still around to smell them. I agree with Nicki wholeheartedly here. Sitting around all day playing games with people, life and legacy. God ain't sleep. G. Roberson, you will learn that too very soon. And then she continues on. I believe that Wayne is a legend, man. Let's give Wayne his flowers. But Kendrick, my opinion is, as far as performers go for this past Super Bowl, Kendrick was the right pick. I love Wayne. I want to see Wayne get all the flowers, but Kendrick was the right pick. And there's no disrespect to Wayne. It's just Dot had a year like no other, historic, and I really enjoyed the Super Bowl. Also, we don't know what went on behind the scenes, right? In what ways did Wayne fail to secure the Super Bowl slot for himself? Were there things that Wayne didn't do? Were there things that Wayne could have done to get his chances up, to make him more of an attractive candidate, to really, really capture the excitement of Roc Nation, the NFL, everybody who is choosing that Wayne is our guy? So was there something that he did to not be in favor, or was there something that he failed to do that could have strengthened his case? It's just a question. It is just a question. But there was things that went on behind the scenes that I think we don't know about that. Wayne knows. Nicki may know. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was things that quite possibly went on behind the scenes. But at the end of the day, no matter what, and watching the Super Bowl and watching how that went down and watching how impactful that was, it's also hard to say that Kendrick wasn't the right choice. I don't know how you watch that, me personally, and say they didn't make the right choice by putting Kendrick. But that's that. But also, we want to see Wayne get his flowers at every turn. So the rest of Nicki's verse, though. Let's get into it, man. She starts off with the melody, but disclaimer, plenty paper, play with somebody safer, black mask on, Darth Vader, send the money now, kill him later, bitches know they can't outpace her. I like this part. She still, it's funny, she uses the hashtag flow still, like, I guess what we called it, black mask on, Darth Vader, like, you know what I'm saying, that's the thing that Nicki has been known for years. So it's classic Nicki in that way. But bitches know they can't outpace her. New York Knick, LA Laker. That's what you call a game changer. I thought that was cool. The Knicks, the Pacers, LA Laker, the whole basketball thing. But New York Knick, her name is Nicki, short for Nick. She don't lie. Can you blame her? Cool wordplay here. That's why I said I think they was just having fun in the studio. Can you blame her? I'm the main her. Word to the baby in the manger. Word to Jesus. Swerve on these hoes, no indicator. Change lanes, you're not using your blinkers. Cake for days, I don't need a baker. Cake for days. Obviously, we know what Nicki is holding. Anita Baker bakes cakes, but Anita Baker the singer. So, it's just like some cool, like, clever wordplay. One Barbiana, Vogue Italiana, the best dress, just shut down the Met Galliana. They won't go farther, hoes ain't got fathers. Don't call me mother, you hoes ain't my daughters. A flip on her, you bitches is my sons. Every season and a win tour, 10-4, Gag City for the win tour, win and a win tour, and then, for the win, Gag City for the win tour. We outside smoking indoor, bitch, is you deaf? I'm signing at the in-store, so is you deaf? Sign language, I'm signing at the in-store. Jamaica Queens, bitch, you reap what you sow, you better get a seamstress. When I'm dead, I don't double back. Peace, bitch. It's funny, man. Say you pushing P, okay, rest in P, bitch. About to cop you slides, all you do is flip flop. If I send a pic of Shannon, you ain't that sharp. Little jab at Shannon Sharp. Cause you still can't spell Prague, and that's horrible. Wheezy F baby, and the F is phenomenal. That was that old, bitches can't even spell Prague, and she did that challenge. You know what I'm saying? That was a couple of years ago. Man, bitches already fading like a barber. They know it don't decline, so they never face card her. French vanilla hazelnut in my Starbucks. NFL, fire something, and then call us. And it ends on that line. you know, I don't want to say average Nicki verse. Like average sounds like weird, but it's like the expected Nicki verse. It was like okay, it's a Nicki Minaj verse, like quintessential Nicki Minaj. It's what she's been given. And really that last line is the one that kind of drives home. That's going to get all the headlines, the ones that we're talking about. So the question is, first of all, do they put this on the original Carter? Can this help, ramp up excitement for Carter 6? Right now it's just on YouTube. I wonder if it'll get on DSPs, but can this ramp up excitement for Carter 6? I feel like if this track was on the actual album when it released, I think there would have been more excitement. Obviously, controversy sells, so there would have been even more excitement around Carter 6. But, I still think the album, like I said, suffers from just a lack of focus. I don't think this changes it. I think it ups the ante a bit. And then the other question is, does Jay respond? First of all, does Jay have another verse in him? Will we ever hear Jay-Z rap again? And then, he don't forget shit. Like if you think about him, the phase I'm on Love, I wouldn't believe it neither. He went that phase on Love on the Neck and Wrist Don't Lie joint. Like Jay always, I feel like, tucks these in the memory banks and then kind of throws it back out. But it'll be interesting to see if he even engages here or is moved to engage here. If there's another verse coming, I don't know. But it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments. I just don't know why. One thing before I leave, I just don't know why this wasn't on the album. It came a couple of days after the album. I don't know why we didn't get this in time for the Carter 6. I don't think it changes things, but it's a little strange to me we didn't get this for the Carter 6. I think it would have been received even louder. But we'll see, man. That's it, though. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Until the next time, all right? Peace.